Okay, let's do this. That is... Here we go. Okay. This one? Yeah. Alright. So, I did the thing wherein I walked away, spent a day thinking about this. Is this focusing on my purple knuckles? Kinda. Went away, thought about it, and I concluded that I don't like any of what I did yesterday. So, I don't like this, and I don't like this for what I'm doing. It's like on their own, they're cool, great. They don't work with the aesthetic I'm going for this. So, you know, but I did come up with what I want to do with this. And I sort of started coming up with it toward the end, well, the very end of yesterday's live, which is things like this. Now, I reckon I should probably try and keep it vaguely simple. That's what I should probably be doing. So, probably going to go more with this than this, because I should just not be overcomplicating it. But also, I do like this, so we'll see. We'll see. It'll start off as a sensible thing, and then it will become something dumb. Because that's the way this works. Right. Try and bring myself into the room, because I'm pretty spaced out this morning. So, bear with me. Right, what do I need? What do I need? I need paper and... Do I do paper? Do I do tracing paper? I can probably get away with just paper, right? Look, I've got tracing paper. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I should only need this little bit anyway. So, I get rid of this and this. All. I also need to tidy all of this up at some point because it's starting to annoy me now. Stuff kind of lying everywhere. Right. I say I do this from along here. And then what am I thinking? I'm thinking, where do I take this? That is the question. Where do I take this? How far? About here, maybe? Maybe pencil. Did I put anything back in sensible places? Kinda. Kinda. Right. Let's say I took it from about... maybe here. Maybe from there to what? There? Or do I do it shallower? Maybe I do it shallower. Maybe that's what's bothering me. Let's try it. Let's try it shallower and see whether I enjoy that or not. Because I might not. It remains to be seen. Move that out the way for a sec. And use the grids. Haha. Oh, okay. Nice. That works. That is helpful. Right. That's just a tiny bit, but I think it's gonna matter. So if I have this, can I then go back to my references and have a look at this? Because I like this. I kind of want to use parts of this. Can I use any of this down here? Is what I'm wondering. Or do I just cut my losses and go with a Triforce? Because that's tempting. But then it doesn't... No, I'll see what I can do with this. See what I can do with this. So, out of interest, if I use my laptop as a light box again, can I cheese this? Kinda. I can kinda cheese this. It's not quite at the same angle as this is. That shouldn't matter a whole bunch. Let me see. Do I do that? No, not that. So, that and that. Nope, that is just washing it out. I think this one might be a tricky one to... maybe... Okay, no, I can get something out of this. I can get something out of this. Right. Let me do that thing where I lightbox this real quick. Just to see if I can get some patterns on it. Let's say I took this bit from the middle. Okay. See, this then extends past that point though. So maybe I take this bit from the middle and then I make up a little bit along the edge. Maybe that's what I do. I am in another dimension this morning. I don't know why. I mean, probably because I was at work for way longer than I should have been yesterday. Crashed out pretty hard. And I tend to forget that that is a thing that happens. I have this thing, like, I always feel the effects of something, like, the next day. And I've got work again today, so I think I'm just doomed to perish, to be honest. And let's cheese this and take some more from here. Okay, I only really need one more, that's fine. That is fine. Am I gonna be... I don't think I like the patterns on that. But I enjoy the premise. So... Premise good, patterns mid. So maybe all I need to do is change the patterns that I put along here. Maybe that's all. Also should have picked a pencil with a better rubber. This one ain't it. Grab this one. Yeah, this one's good. Nice. Alright, that's better. So, let's say... What other patterns can I use for this? Because I want there to be something there. What have I got that I can take from. Yeah, but again, the whole wavy thing doesn't really work with this. Not at this point. Okay, I don't hate that as a concept. I'll have to see whether it works or not. But I don't hate it. So let's try. I don't need you anymore. You were just not a thing. Be gone. Be gone. Right. Let's crop this. And I'll just spin it so that it's vaguely straight. I mean, I'll also angle it when I'm drawing on it, so, you know. No biggie. How big do I want to make it? Bad shout. Is it gonna look right? Is the real question. Maybe I do it up. Maybe that's what's bothering me. There's a really cold breeze coming in here from somewhere. Oh. It's the entire door. Right. Door opened on its own. Awesome. Good job, me. Congrats for not realizing. Cool. That's fine. Let's do that. This. That probably is fine. Let's see. Do I like this? Just as a concept, do I like this? I'm not sure, but I will try it anyway. As I'm doing this, I'm already not feeling it. But that's why I titled this, you know, primarily error, as far as trial and error. I'm not really expecting to like a whole bunch. Nearly. Nearly. It's not as far out as I was expecting it to be. So what else have I got that I can take from? Actually, from a distance, I don't mind that. Not super opposed to that. We'll just make this option A or whatever. Let me just make it slightly easier to see. So this is one of those things I'd probably end up doing just in like puff paint. And then going over with whatever color after the fact. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm not sure that I enjoy it a whole bunch, but I don't hate it. Okay. So that's a maybe. Do I still do... yeah, that's a maybe. So maybe if I also... What other things would make me feel better about this? I think it would also feel better if I had an extra line along here. That'd make me feel better. Maybe slightly better. Not really. Not really. Okay. Noted. Well, then what would make me feel better? That's an interesting concept. That's taken from a different game. But curb my interests in specific titles. I'm going for a combo of 2 games and that's it. I don't need to be drawing from other games. What else about this can I make better? Unless I did another step down. Maybe I'd feel better about that. So what? If I said... So if I said I made that bottom edge slightly thicker, and then down, maybe. So what if I said that, and then just a tiny bit extra, and then down? Does that feel better? Quite hard to know, if I'm honest. That seems better, but on the thing, does it look better? Not really. Not really. I don't know, though. Again, from a distance, that's okay. So I'll have this as an option. But what will my other options be? It's a maybe. It's a maybe. There are other things I can do as well. So let's say I cut this out as an option. And see what else I can come up with. I don't mind it. Let me hold it up against the main thing. Not the worst. Not the best, it's not the worst. Right. I don't hate that. These I am markedly less interested in. And I still need to find places to put them. These matter not. Get rid of them. Right. Come on. Focus, dang it. Lock in. Just so exhausted. I was super determined. Like, no, this time in the morning is for me, damn it. And I will take it. Okay. So this I am pretty okay with. It's meh. It's meh, and I can deal with meh for now. Let's try my original premise. I go for a thinner one, maybe I'll feel better with the thinner one. Let's try a thinner one and see whether I like it or not. Let's go from here. Been a bit taller, maybe. So let's say we go up to here. Try this. Try this, see if I like it. I might not. I really won't. I don't like most things. Again, with me, it tends to be one of those I know it when I see it sort of things. If I don't see it, then meh. So that. I just make this one a pretty basic bitch. Straight enough. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm just testing stuff. Who cares? Who cares? So that I have actually used. I also need to remember to take, like, whip pics, because I keep forgetting, because I'm streaming it now. Usually I take pictures of literally everything as I go, but it's just not really been occurring to me. Okay, let's find a real basic Triforce that I can copy image plus. Nice. Very nice. Don't need it to be that big, though. Not at all. I need to do that. Should be pretty easy to just find the middle line and trace. It's then very small. Does it matter, though? Probably not. I try and keep this vaguely central. That. That was my original idea. I'll just keep it real simple. Go with a little Triforce at the top. And I feel like that's too basic. Yeah, I don't like that. I definitely prefer the other one to that. So not that. If I put this back, do I like it anymore? Slightly. I think I just need to make this smaller and smaller. And I think that'll fix it. So, out of interest, let's try that. Let's try. If I cut this out, just for the sake of saying that I tried the thing. There. And then if I go from here, maybe I will like this. So I go to what? All the way up here, maybe. Let's try that. Let's try that. See if I like that. At this point, who knows? One of those. And with the same swirlies as there are on here. Need to take that in slightly though. So I'll start from one of those. Yeah, I can probably make this work. I do that there. That. If I gotta change the scaling, I can change the scaling. It's no biggie. I just have to test and see whether I even like this. Because I might not. I have no idea. Might hate it. So I did it like that. I don't hate it so far. But again, it's one of those, on its own, it looks pretty okay. But by the time it's combined with the thing, will I still think it's okay? Let's see. I don't hate that. No, I don't hate that. Okay. Okay, that's not the worst. And again, from a distance, actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. Let's see. Cut this and see whether I'm cool with it or not. Because what I really need to do is try and make one thing. One semi-mock-up of the whole thing and see how it all actually looks. Because looking at half of it doesn't actually give me an amazing idea how it'll all translate when it's opened out. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. So let's say I go with that. This, obviously, I love this in general. I think this will work. So, what I think I need to do from here is take more tracing paper and kind of make the big version. That's what I think I need to do. So let's say, where's my biro gone? Let's say, did that. Thusly. Okay. Keep this. This is important. And then, do I Sharpie this? Because I feel like I do. Feel like I do. So I will Sharpie this. And then I will attempt to make an actual big whole version. I think I'm going to start needing to look at this in its entirety to know whether I'm actually down to clown. Cool. Pyro, come hither. Now this, I feel like I need to scale. So, let me go here. Let me shrink that a little bit and see whether when I go to trace this, that makes a difference. In the middle of that. Oh yeah, that seems okay. Alright. That seems fine. Let's take it from here. And that. Slide it along. Yeah, that should be fine. Nice, nice, nice. Right, good enough. I think that's going to work. I think that is actually going to work. Right. I think I need some dopamine from seeing all of this opened out as an entire piece. So I think that's what I do next. Should have enough space. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. So I would like to see what happens if I do this in one big piece. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Awesome. Okay. Alright. Before I do that, though, I should go and get a drink. So bear with 1 sec, then I'll be back to hopefully kind of wake myself up a bit. Right, back in the room. Changed up the songs I'm listening to, so hopefully I can kind of induce some kind of vibrancy. Because, good grief, I am spaced. Please focus. Please, please. Right. Hmm. I picked a new song and then I've decided I don't want it. What else have I got that I can listen to? Let's do some Powerwolf. Why not? Why not? Right. Let's deal with this. So, how do I want to do this? If I do this in Biro, it's probably going to smudge. So, I'm inclined to say we do this in pencil. Then in Sharpie, it's going to be easier to see what I'm doing with my life. Right. I can at least do Sharpie for the main bits. Also be sensible and tape this down in places so it doesn't move around, because it's going to be annoying otherwise. Ignore my purple knuckles. I swear it's fine. You know when you're so used to something that you just like, you're just meh about it, even though it's probably not fine. It's one of those. So that in of itself, I choose to believe is fine enough. Right. Let's take this for starters. Let's then do this. I have you. I'm gonna keep getting ink along the edge of the ruler. I don't really want to be smudging anything. Not really. So that's what I mean about smudging stuff. That right there. Duly noted. Not remotely irritating. Hum. Doesn't matter, it's just so I can get an idea of the thing. Doesn't matter, don't deep it. Don't deep it, please. One of these. I need to make sure that I leave work on time today. Good grief. There's no reason that should have affected me this much. Okay, well that's a lie. Yeah, there are reasons. It's only an hour difference. Kind of proves a point, I suppose. Right. Yeah, I don't enjoy that but oh well. Think I need to change. Do I? Do I? Because I already know. Wondering whether I need to change the color for the details so that I can distinguish what's like structural versus extra nonsense. But I don't think it actually matters for this. This is mostly because I can't visualize for shit. I need things to be in front of my face or I cannot picture them. It's a whole thing. It's always been a thing. Like, I was the only kid in school that was still using, like, tracing paper for maths problems when I was, what, my mid-teens? Just to rotate basic shapes, because I can't picture it. I don't know what it is. It'll be something spectrum-based, I'm sure. Yeah, I just can't picture stuff. Super irritating. Do that. Enough. Now, need to do one more along here. The safest way of doing that, probably this, right? Probably this. Try and get it vaguely in line with that. Probably about that. Seems about right. Now, in terms of drawing these out, it gets a little bit harder to do. Because they're not drawn to be particularly solid in typical me fashion. So, let's try and wing it a little bit. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. This is gonna suck though. There's no way I'm going to do that with a Sharpie. Kidding? That's ridiculous. Right. Let's go like that, like that. That. It's not going to be perfect, but that's whatever. Doesn't really matter at the minute. Not really. Just want to have kind of an idea of how everything looks as a whole, you know? Where is... Enough. Just got wood stain on it. Whatevs. Whatevs. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to manage that. If I could not be myself for 5 minutes, that would be great. Follow the lines, man. Don't make it up. Because I'm not used to doing like solid lines for anything. I always do the squiggly lines. It's just easier. I'm gonna brave this. I don't think it's gonna work very well, but I'm gonna brave it anyway. Follow the lines, man. It's kind of a mess, but oh well. At least it exists. Better than not. This, how on earth am I supposed to do this? Good grief. Just don't think I am. Have to do. Bashing my really terrible webcam rig with my forehead. That's fine. Oh well. So glad I've got a day off tomorrow. Good grief. I don't know how much of this I'll be doing tomorrow though, because I've got something else going on that I need desperately to finish. Good enough. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Don't care. Now with this, I don't think I'm going to be able to... Yeah, no. Okay. The best I can really do is this. Whatevs. Whatevs. Again, I just want to know what it looks like as a whole. End cap, please and thank you. Right. Let's untape this. Attempt to untape this. Right. One. I was half expecting to have drawn this the wrong way around, so that's a plus, I guess. I have a thing, which is nice. I'm now going to fold this and try and do the other half of the thing. Try real hard to do this carefully and accurately. Okay. And yes, it will be on the back, but it will not matter, because I will still be able to see it when I open it out. That's all I care about. Right. Same premise as last time. Do the outer lines first, and then cry when I get to the inner bits. So... Again, with the drag and the bleed. Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I definitely should have just slept today, rather than doing this. I'm just stubborn. I'm so stubborn, and I was annoyed yesterday at having stayed behind for so long, and the only thing keeping me going was at least I can get up tomorrow and do my own thing. Now I'm here. I am shattered. But at least I can do this before work and feel some comfort in having done at least a little bit. I also need to take some time at some point to put all of this into like a time lapse so that I can whack it on the YouTube. channel. Leave it there to vibe. Because realistically, I don't expect anyone to retroactively watch several hours of me doing this. That's not a thing I would expect people to do. But sped up, fine. Sped up is whatever. So conscious of the pen ink. Fortunately, as I say, it doesn't actually matter. It's not going to stop it from bothering me. Let's do this bit up here. This is the part where I open up the full thing, go, nope, I hate all of it. Having me look good in half the thing. Start from 0. This happened. The way it usually works is that I'll be working on something, not quite be happy with it, roll with it anyway, and then go, no, I can't do this. And be so mad over the time I wasted that I'll have to leave it for a few days. Which is why yesterday when I was working on this and I wasn't happy, I just had to walk away. Because it's like, I've wasted like 2 hours, and can't get everything right the first time round every single time. That's just ridiculous. It's not how any of this works. It's not how anything works. Please just follow the line, damn it. Please. Again, it's because I'm so not used to doing just like one line. It's so against everything that I know and do. I hate it. But it's a requirement for this, so I can see what I'm actually working with. It's so weird. Like, around this time of year, I'm super accustomed to, because like the tax year, April, etc., blah blah blah. I'm so accustomed to having a ton of holiday that I've not used, and like taking off something dumb like a week and a bit just to bum rush whatever cosplay I'm working on for MCM at the end of May. But because I'm not doing May this year, it's got to that point again, and I still have managed to book off, like, well, I had 8 days, which is dumb. So dumb. So I've managed to book off a bunch of time. But because it's not, like, con crunch time, it just feels weird taking that time off. but I will be using it for this, so it'll still be like con related and cosplay related, but it's going to be weird having it not be like that obscenely stressful, sweaty period, and also still doing cosplay related things. Just weird. Just weird. But it reminds me, I need to order a bunch of stuff so that I can actually work on some specifics during that time. Namely electronics. Because I'm kind of thinking, well, what if hypothetically I got like the majority of the sword done in the time that I have off? Wouldn't that be ridiculous? Yes, yes, it would. And I don't think that's a fair expectation to set of myself. But I'm gonna set it anyway. Of course I am. But it should be some good time because I can just be here doing this the whole time. I don't have to think, oh, I've only got a couple hours, then work or whatever. So no, no, no. I can have all of this here, out here, just just going the whole time. Whatever. Good enough, good enough. Right. Moment of truth. How does this look as a whole piece? I don't mind that. That's that's pretty cool. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Looking at that on my monitor. All right. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right. I feel better now. I feel better. I felt really crummy. Now I feel markedly less so. That's very cool. I'm wondering whether it wants a little Triforce piece in under here. Let me, in case I decide I don't want that to be a thing, let me really quickly just grab some scrap paper. And let's say hypothetically, I were to grab that. Do that. Let's say hypothetically I wanted to have it like what? Let's just wing it. Let's just wing it. Why am I like this? Just guess. Just guess. That was on there. I'd want it to be about as big as one of those. Okay. So knowing that, up to here, and then let's say out there. Let's say that. Say that, and let's say I just do that. Out of interest, do I like functional fingers? All right. Would I like how that looked? Nah. Yeah, I do like that. All right, fair play, fair play, fair play. like that. That has turned out pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right. Virus placement. What? Ish. Make sure it's definitely placed correctly before I commit to drawing it in pen. Seems pretty okay. In hindsight, I could have just done the thing on the fold and been done with it. Oh well, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. So, because I like that, I'm just going to go ahead and whack that down so it's roughly straight. Do that. This. Again, I managed to headbutt the webcam. It's fine, whatevs. Whatevs. Nice. Right. I enjoy this as a thing. I like this. This is good. Where is my drink? I need a drink. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that a lot. I like that a hell of a lot. So this is a glorious definite. BEA beautiful. Where do I start keeping all of this stuff, though? Maybe in this. I have a box. Yeah, why not? Why not start keeping bits in here? So, my definites I kind of want to keep around. The definite, definites. This I can't actually guarantee is the right size. I think it is though. I think it is. So I'll keep it in the box. These in the box. This I don't think ended up being a thing. These I don't believe did either. Then this, yes. This obviously is great. These I didn't use, but they're useful for showing a process. I just need to clear up, basically, because it's starting to annoy me having everything just lying around. So where can I put these? These things that I didn't actually end up using. Hmm. Hum. Uh, it gets to a point where, like, having stuff everywhere just clutters my brain, and I have to stop and think, okay, how do I fix this? Because I cannot process what is going on around me. Right. There's my notebook. There's my pen. There is a whole load of paper, which is great. But I can probably leave it not immediately on the desk. If I move the sandpaper, I can leave it under here. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Now, my brain feels slightly less overwhelmed. I mean, this is on a fold and everything, isn't it? Not. No. Okay. But then, scraps are useful, so... I'm also a hoarder. I have a problem with getting rid of stuff. So... maybe if I keep all of the things that I tested and all the drafts that I made in the box and all of the super important stuff I keep tucked safely somewhere the hell else. I should get a plastic wallet for all the stuff that I actually used, I think. And the other bits and pieces I can leave in the box. Yeah, I need a plastic wallet for all the nice bits. These, again, all things I used. And stuff that I tried and it didn't work out, I'll whack in here. Cool. Again, scraps. That's too scrappy a scrap. I'm not going to use that. Right. If I keep scraps over here, and if I want them, I can have them. They're all bookmarks, fair enough. Okay, main thing is I finally have a thing that I can see and go, yes, I like this. If I hold this up to the big sword, yes. Okay, that is very nice. Very nice. Okay. This I don't need to keep with the other bits. I can keep this in the box quite comfortably. That is fine. That's fine. Yeah, I want to keep these somewhere safe, really. Maybe for now, I just whack them in to the book. Like that. Nice. Alright. Alright, that's fine, that makes sense. And again, more scraps of things if I need them. I am now slightly less upset. It's still not super tidy, but it's tidier and is annoying me less. Need to cover this up to keep it safe. See if I do the nice one. Right. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. So that I can then also leave there. That. Fine. Okay. I feel slightly better having things kinda sorta out the way-ish. And I have this. That is the main thing, is I now have this. I do need to make sure I'm taking progress pics, so bear with. Because I need to get a handle on this. I suppose this is another part of the process that I don't, like, really talk about, I suppose. Which is literally just, like, not necessarily staging pics, but kind of also staging pics, right? So that sounds like faking it. It's not. It's just setting up pictures to show specifics, right? So in this case, what I would say is, because I've got this, right? But how did I get to that point? I got to that point by layering stuff. So I want to prove a point, then it would be that, that, that. Coming together to make that. And then I would get all of those together in one pic, so that when it comes to explaining what this actually is, I can kind of point to everything. So it's like, ah, yes, all of these smushed together to make this, and then I just drew that from these. You know, that's all that is. Like if I really want to make the point, I can then put them all together like that. Shouldn't be using my left hand because it twitches when I first take my meds. All right, there we go. And then I can group them all together, take another pic, and that just proves that. And I can really put these back again, because now I just take that, whack that in there, like that, and try and line it up. And then get one of these, like that. And then open out the thing, and have the thing. And then get one of those. Ideally in a way that isn't going to bother me. Nice. Alright. And then those are my whip picks. And that's what I mean by staging. So it's like, it's not fake. Like, it's a real thing that I really do as part of the real process that I am really doing myself. But it's just useful to have picks set up in certain ways. So when you're explaining yourself, you can kind of point to the specifics. That's all. And it's weird because, like, I've just always done that. I've always done that, despite the fact I've never intended to explain it to anyone before. Even with Wave Mother, when I was making that, I hadn't done so with the intent of competing with it. That was an afterthought. I just happened to have all the picks staged the way that I needed to have them, because I just have always done that. Come on. Alright. I don't need this tiny triangle, realistically. I do not need it. Right. This thing is awesome. Very epic, very cool. So, something else I decided on yesterday was the grip on the sword. That's something else that I'd ended up drawing in my sketchbook at work. When I say sketchbook, I mean my notebook. But I use it as a sketchbook from time to time. So I was just sketching stuff out, and I was thinking to myself, what do I want to do with the grip? And this is what I came up with, right? It looks like trash. It's not scaled properly. I had limited page space, yada yada. But I think I'm basically going to do the crisscross like the Master Sword in Twilight Princess, and then that little bit at the end I'm going to do slightly differently to this, but it's the same sort of principle. Basically, I'm going to keep it simpler. I'm not going to do the shroomy thing. I wanted to, and then, as I say, started it, went, you know what, it's not aesthetically appropriate for this, so no, I'm just going to not do it. What I am going to do is... how... not quite, not quite. So what I am going to do is take some paper, and if I say the length of the grip is going to be the length of an A4 sheet, because why not, then I'm going to fold it that, compare that to that. This double that is then too thick, which is the problem we had before. So it's going to be less than that. Not quite half again. If I keep it like that for now, because I want to get the very end in there as well. Do I? Or do I want to have it like that with a little bit? Let's say I go for something more like this. It'd be nice if I could do anything in a vaguely straight line. Screw that, whatever. Knight's new plan. Let's actually measure this. So it's slightly thicker than that. So if I know it's slightly thicker than a ruler, then if I take this from here, like that, then say I add a little bit extra onto that, like what? I think in total it'd be about there-ish. So what is that? That is... that then seemed too thick again? It does, alright. But in relation to the sword I've got over here, yeah. So if I knock off about half a centimetre from that, about half, maybe slightly, let's call it a centimetre. Call it a centimetre. Go to there. That gives me around, let's make it a decent 4 sims, so I'm working with something that is not obnoxious. And then do 4 sims on this side. Then I can fold it to be 2. And take that, that, ish. That ish. Doesn't look particularly straight, but then when I was folding things, I didn't fold it straight, so it's whatever. In terms of gripping, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So now, I fold this in half. or attempt to. That along there. Along. That's better. Better than it was. Better than it was. Okay. So that then is roughly the actual grip size. It still seems too big to me. I don't know. In relation to this, is it still too big? It's not super dissimilar, actually. And by the time it becomes a whole thing, it might be too big still. So I think knock it down a little bit again. I think knock it down another sim. So if I call it 3 sims, call it 3, because if that's 4, call it 3. So I already know I hate everything about this, but if I call it 3 from here, that's better, but then it seems too small. 3.5. 3.5. Let's do that. 3.5. Yeah, let's do that. Then one of those. I think it's that, or is it this one? Must be that one. Okay. Not that. Then that makes it roughly the width of the ruler anyway. So cool. Okay. That thing that I tried originally and gone, nah, that's not right. Of course, okay. Whatevs. Whatevs. That is fine. Let's say roughly that. Because then what I can do is I can fling pens everywhere. Right. I can open this out and have a look. Whack these on here for now. I open this out, I can actually see whether that works or not. Yeah, that seems to work. That seems to work. I don't mind that. Okay. Let's cut it and see. Only thing is, it's not going to be particularly straight. Because I really can't be bothered to... actually... Can I... Maybe... Right, I'm going to risk it because what do I actually lose? What do I lose if I screw up the paper and just draw more lines? Whatever. Whatever. So having a straight line is going to be pretty helpful here. So... Let's see. I'm hoping having a ruler there is going to stop it from freaking out on me. Yeah, that seems pretty okay. Alright. Get rid of you. And same premise. Get that in line, at least-ish. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Don't do that. Right. This sucks and can go. This is this. And that is usable. Scrap this is then here. This is then here. Like that. Does that look sensible to me? And yeah, I think that is then the whole of the grip, and then I add a little bit on the end of that. So I'm going to hold this up against the big sword that I've got over here, just to see whether I'm cool with that. Yeah, by the time I've added a little bit on the end, it's going to be slightly longer in the hilt. Don't think I mind that. Don't think I mind that. Okay. I think it's going to be from about there, right? Let me take a pencil with me, because let me see if I can kind of show the process by holding this on here. So just kind of roughly lining this up. So I've made this to be slightly bigger than the original, just because it's going to be safer to have more rather than less. So that ish, whole heap of ish, but ish. Then that goes on top of there, and then I get a rough idea of where that ends up in relation to the length of the trial sword. So it's slightly over. Now I know by how much. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but what I can then say is I'll keep this as like the full length of the grip, but I can use just that little bit at the end as some overlap for something else I want to make. Maybe, do I do it with this last little bit that I've got here? Maybe, actually. Maybe I do. Because what I want to do is go with... Right, let's open this up again, because I want to find the Twilight... No, it's not. It's not the Twilight Princess, it's pretty sure... Is it the Ocarina version? It might be. I think it's the Ocarina version that has it. I kind of need official sources, you guys. Alright. Let's go back to wikis. Back to wikis for more official things. That's Breath of the Wild, though. Yada yada yada. Link to the Past. Ugh. Heart. Right. Give me references. Give me pictures. Why do you not just have a massive gallery of pictures? Come on. Come on. That's slightly annoying. Because I know what I want, but also want to make sure that it's accurate. Kind of, but not quite. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of, but it's not quite. Let's visit the wiki anyway and see if I can get some other pics. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, but then that's let me copy this anyway. It's going to be useful to have it around. Didn't use that. Didn't use that. Okay. Didn't use that. So kind of, sort of ish, but also not quite what I'm thinking. Oh, please. Right. So retain that, but it's not quite what I'm thinking. Do you have a better picture of the thing that I'm thinking of? Potentially not. Oh, okay, not bad. Not great, but not bad. It's definitely closer to what I'm thinking. So I will take the reference anyway. It's not quite. I know exactly what I've got in my brain. I just cannot find. That's closer, but I think that's also closer, but it's also not quite what I'm thinking. Only slightly annoying. Maybe I just take, because this is the Ocarina of Time one, and it's pretty much same universe, pretty much, as far as things that I'm allowed to reference. Okay. So, if I were to, which of these do I like more? That's the real question. Let's do this. Keep a very vague eye on the time. Should probably tell my nan that I'm not going to be in work as early today because there have been some changes to the schedule. Otherwise, she's going to worry that I'm in here for too long. Go away, sticky keys. Please. Please go away. Get rid of this. And that. And then that's another option. I could do segments. I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I want to crisscross it. Because I like the segments, but I don't... maybe I like the segments. I don't know now, actually. But then do I risk making it too busy? Potentially. Potentially risk making it too busy. Not sure. I only need this from here. I am wondering whether... I've already told you, sticky keys, leave me alone. I make that as big as that. If I full screen this, does it make it big enough? Yeah, it do. Okay. I turn that off and lightbox this real quick. Do I then like the segments? That's the real question. Or, again, does it become too busy? I think I prefer the crisscross. Let's take this real quick. And since I've got this here, I'm going to lightbox something and see whether I like it or hate it. Because I might hate it. I don't know. How wide does this need to be, though? I'm taking it from the middle. Yeah, it's about there, actually. Okay. I mean, this happens to line up, so let's chance it. Let's do that. Let's do that and see whether I hate it or not. See if I hate it. Again, I might. Yeah, I don't like that. So bring that in more. And then bring that in more. And turn. That looks better. Alright, let's see. Click that back on. Where did the scissors go? They're here. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see if I hate it or not. I'll do the big one first. Even though I'm pretty confident I'm going to end up taking it into that second line. Pretty confident. That on there like that. Open this out. Yeah, I'm definitely going to end up taking this in. Actually, it's not as terrible as I was expecting it to be. I don't hate that a whole bunch. Okay. What I might do then is just take this top bit in slightly. I think I'll be less annoyed with that. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. It's not the worst. I was expecting to hate it, but I don't think I do. And it's annoying, like, I can't show the full thing because it's long, but in relation to that, I don't actually mind that a whole lot. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. I think what I will say is that it needs to be about up here. That's where it needs to join. Okay. Noted. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's going to look okay. If I can not fling it everywhere, though, that would be super cool. Then, knowing that, having roughly that, And then if I look back at my references, let's say I wanted to be vaguely sensible about this and not trust myself to freehand stuff, because I shouldn't trust that. And I stick that in roughly the middle of this, and one of those, those. Uh, That doesn't work. That doesn't work super well. Maybe I should freehand it. There's a slightly different shape. Let's go with making a straight line from this, because it would be helpful to do so. Let's do that in Biro, probably. Let's do Biro for now. Alright. Roughly that. And then I'm okay with that being at the end of this. That seems pretty okay to me. I like it sticking out a bit. I'm not adverse to that. I think that's quite aesthetically appropriate. So I'm cool with it. I do want to get like the little lines and everything though. I'm probably just gonna have to freehand that and then mirror it on the other side. And then if we know that's that, do something vaguely in betweeny along here, vaguely in betweeny again. And then trace it. I'm just holding it up to the softbox so I can get rough lines to follow. And then maybe if I do that and then don't mirror it along the bottom, maybe. Yeah, I feel like this bit is slightly different. So that's fine. And I wonder, do I just do that and do the same thing on this side? That. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that as a thing. Nice. Right, more progress. Excellent. Yeah, that works. That works fine. I'm okay with that. And then I think keeping the grip simple is probably going to benefit me. Although I'm really tempted with the segments, the more I look at it. the more I'm obscenely tempted with the segments. But wrapping it's going to look nicer. But then getting that crisscross to work is going to suck. Out of interest, what would it look like if I were to roll with the segments idea? This I know I like, that's fine. Out of interest. Purely out of interest. I'm going to do it this way round. It's about the width of a ruler. Thereabouts. Come on. Do the thing. Alright. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see. Roughly here. Roughly here. Enough. So that is okay. Then is this roughly the right width? I have to turn that off again so I can see. Not quite. So if I were to copy this onto its own thing, spin that for a sec so I can see what I'm doing with my life. If there's anything extra I can crop, then it would be helpful to do so. Fine, be like that. I can crop this bit out now. And that. And fair whack of that. Okay. Then I want to make this bigger by a little bit. See what kind of a difference that makes. Not quite, slightly bigger. Say that, and then let's do the thing where I make this an absolute mess. No, let's try the other way. No, that is also a terrible idea. No. Is it going to be enough for me to see what I'm doing? That's enough. That's enough. In fairness, I don't actually need to trace that. I can just do this mathematically, which would be the sensible way of doing this, given I've already got the dims that I'm working to. So, flick that back on. I am quickly going to drop my Nana message so that she's not panicking. Okay. Hopefully she will see that. Right. So, I prefer this metal ruler, really. I see what this gets to. Of course, it's not quite anything even. I call it 28.5. How many segments do I want to get in here? Well, out of interest, how many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't enjoy that. Let's break it up into more. If that's 28.5, half of that, 14.25. That's not annoying at all. 14, 1, 2, out there is the middle-ish. I call it 0.3, maybe. About that. Yeah, call it about that. So if that's the middle, then I want to make that into its own thing. So let's say that becomes a central piece. And let's line that up with 14 so I feel better about my life. And then let's say I wanted to make each segment what? Go that and that, maybe? That? Maybe. And then if I do a gap of 0.5? No. I did a gap of that and then did another one that is essentially a 2 sims thing. That seems alright. Right. I just have that following a line. Maybe that's how I do this. Maybe that's how I do this. It's just in relation to that. Say I did this for now. See what happens. Again, I might decide I hate it. Who knows? I can guarantee nothing. Then, if I do a gap of 0.5, yeah, gap of 0.5, gap of 0.5, just to see where this even ends up. Gap of 0.5. That. And that. Be easier to do that in relation to the other lines. To be fair. That. And that. Good enough. Then it'll be another thing of 2. See, already I'm not sure about this, but maybe by the time I get the bit along the edge as well. And then another 2. I mean, it's definitely not straight, but oh well. As I say, I just want to test it and see if I even like it or I just hate everything about it. And then do another 0.5. I'm really hoping I'm not getting my head in the camera. I don't think I am. I'm not super sure. That one of those. Interest. Okay. I don't hate it. I think there is a chance that by the time I've done a little border along the edge, I won't despise it. Whack that on there. That, that doesn't look straight to me. I don't like that. Didn't think it was. That one is another 0.5. Another 0.5. Technically, I should do it from this side. 2 and 2. Line it up. Okay. Another 0.5. Another 0.5. This is so not thrilling. It's fine. At least I feel slightly better than I did when I first got up. I think it's just one of those. I get very caught up in like immediacy, you know? It's like I need something to be immediately cool, but also I want to do things properly, and those are not things that combine particularly well. No, like I'd rather do something properly and have it take a while, but then I also end up just kind of like mopey and down about stuff. It's super irritating because I know that like just do the thing and you'll feel better. Don't worry about it. I know that's a thing. I'm super aware, but it's getting over that initial I don't know and just getting on with it. Because this side of things, like it's fun the whole time it's going well, and then there are times like this where it's okay, well I gotta test this. Let me see if I like it, and it just kind of sucks. It just feels like I'm using up a bunch of time for nothing, and that very well may end up being the case. But at least I've ruled something out. I've also managed to loop my Powerwolf playlist at this point, and I'm wondering whether I should try and find something else to listen to. But then how much longer am I going to be out here for, really? Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit. Maybe I should look for something. I don't know though. I'm not in like a super hype kind of mood. So Powerwolf's been good because it's definitely hype, but it's not like intense. Well, I mean, it is, but okay. I'm thinking like Glory Hammer, right? If I want to be really pumped, then Glory Hammer. But I kind of just don't want to be pumped. I don't want to be semi chill. So Powerwolf. I think because Glory Hammer is just chaos. And I love it, but I'm not feeling that kind of energy this morning. It's not a whole lot of hope. Mostly just kind of surviving, I guess. I can mess with that. That's whatever. Whatever. Roughly, because that was not drawn out properly anyway. So who cares? Now, do I? Okay, okay, actually, I don't hate this. Maybe this won't be a colossal waste of time. I mean, I won't count it yet. There's still the potential. But I think by the time I get some like borderlines in, I think I might like it. Let me see. Also would have helped if I'd done all of this in Biro, because it's a much finer point and could have saved me some pain. But oh well. Keep going to say you live and learn, but that's a massive lie. Go with another 2. I think I might end up enjoying this because I'm super meh about trying to wrap the grip. Don't enjoy prospect because it's hard to get everything even. And I think I might be setting myself up for a world of hurt where it's really not necessary. But it depends. As I say, I might not enjoy this as much as I think I do. And then wind up changing it. So, who knows? 0.5 just takes me down to about there. Which point I can kind of sort of guess, really. Give that one of these. And if I do another 0.5 along here, so I get a better idea of what I'm actually working with. I mean, yeah, that's definitely not straight, but oh well. Let's just give that one of those for now. Okay, I have a thing. Now, what I'm inclined to do is take an extra line along the outer edge. So I think I will feel less bothered. I don't mind it as it is, but I think that will make it, like, exactly what I want it to be. Question is 0.5 too much? The answer is probably not, actually. Do that. And the same over here. Same along here. 0.5 again. One of those there. One of those there. Okay. Now I'm going to try real hard. Keep everything straight. I'm not going to use the metal one because it's got a foam back that stops it slipping. I love how it's got a little Triforce on this. Thanks, past me. That's quite sweet, actually. That would have been from many, many years ago. Right. Let's say about that. And I reckon you dick. You absolute dick. Why would you do that? I reckon that. And then I reckon do the same on this side. And I think I will feel better about that. Take that, that along here. Come on. That seems okay. Am I more okay with that? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do from here is I'm going to assume I'll be okay with it, which is lethal. And I'm going to grab out the very edges. I've got a better idea. Also going to change my playlist because it is bothering me. I listen to my... Actually, no, I won't stick them on. I will stick on... I'll stick on Ghost. Stick on Ghost. So I made a playlist recently that was my favorite songs by the Night Flight Orchestra. It's a 2-hour playlist, and I realized I'd listened to it the other day for 3 loops of this playlist. 6 hours I was listening to this one playlist. It made me chuckle. Really did make me chuckle. Alright. I think this is gonna look better. Of course, if I could not rub out the important lines, that would be awesome. That definitely gives me a better idea. Okay. I think I am considerably more okay with that. Get rid of the rubber particles. Okay. I don't mind that. Don't mind that. Do I like it with this? It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think I can probably biro these edges at least. And do I biro the edges or do I Sharpie the edges? Questions. Questions. Maybe I Sharpie the edges, but then it's thick. Do I? Let me biro the edges. Let's do that and that. Yeah, biro's safer for this, to be honest. I think it would be too thick to do with a Sharpie. Where is there is? And rub off some of the nonsense. Try and not smudge the line I've already made, because that would suck. Right. So that gives me those and that. I don't mind that. I think that's kind of aesthetically appropriate. So let me just be sure of myself, at least vaguely. Upside down, it'll be this way around. Let's see if I can get everything in the frame-ish, so you guys get an idea of what I'm looking at. Probably about. Let's take this, like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's take more pictures, because it's important. Nice. Okay. Good. How much longer can I be out here for? Probably like another half hour, but is there anything else I can really start at this point? Potentially not. Potentially not. Only thing I really need to do is make a note of these increments. So if I go on the back and I write 2 cm, then 5 cm. Just so I know what I'm doing. Cool. Pommels up there. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I'm cool with this. I think I need to Sharpie this, though, so I know what I'm doing with my life. Give me this again. Let's try and Uh, do that. And wipe the edge of this again. And these are not perfectly straight, that's whatever they don't need to be. These were just an idea, so whatever's really. I'm definitely hitting my forehead on the cable again. Impressively. Okay. Kind of feel the need to do an extra one in here. Good enough. Good enough. So, I have this, I have this, that and that. I'm then cool with... Maybe I don't do any lines along the bottom. Maybe I don't. And maybe as a means of reminding myself that, I do this. So just... Hey, future me, don't do the thing. Let's do that. Cool. Okay, good enough, good enough. That, I got this, I got that. So then I basically have the whole of the hilt of the sword planned out. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty okay with that. As far as progress, that is fairly substantial. Okay. That. So then I also have this and that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I have things and stuff. Ha ha ha. It'll be more exciting when I actually start blocking out the main thing. Now, I saved a tube. So I think by the time I've wrapped it in foam, it'll be about the right sort of width. And it's pretty sturdy. As far as length, it's kind of perfect. So I think this I can wrap and use as this. Yeah. Because I'm going to need to wrap it thinly as a baseline. And then I'm going to add these bits on top. Just these bits, though. So, yeah. I think I got a plan. I think I got a plan. But I have this tube. So, then begs the question of, do I just start actually building the thing? There's a temptation. There's a temptation. Not like now or anything, but I'm just thinking, because I've got that chunk of time off coming up. It might be a smart way of playing things, to be honest. What have I got in here? Let's say I want to be smart about this. Whack these between some paper. I think. Keep stuff in the box. At this point, there's no, I would just be building stuff, right? This is all mapped out. This is great. This is fine. I can't pick these up, Fine. Fine, you can stay there, I guess. Whatever. Whatever. I need to organize some of my stuff again. Yeah, there's not really a lot of point in me doing much else at this stage. Like, I will just have to wait to get properly involved. But in theory, the next time I do something, it will be to actually build a thing. So I need to look at ordering some electronics. I need to contend with the researching of electronics and various. But I need to do all of that on stream, which I'm so not accustomed to. That's so just me alone, headphones on, podcast, whatever, just researching stuff. But it's stupid important, so I should show it. So I will. But not right now. Not right now. Yeah, but I will order some electronics because I have plans on how I'm going to make that work, which I should really at least attempt to demonstrate somewhere. Okay, let's say I keep these somewhere. Again, the plastic wallet thing feels like the safest play. But for now, I'm going to stick them all in a box and try not to sweat over that and leave the box somewhere that it shouldn't get messed with. You know what? I don't trust it. It's too possible that someone will see a cardboard box and go, "Oh, a cardboard box. You know, I'll get that out of the way." That seems like rubbish. No, please, please, no. So I'm gonna leave it over there and then put these somewhere considerably safer, which, to my mind, is in my book. In a couple of bits of paper because I don't want it to, get ink anywhere. Whack that in the book. That should then be safe. Like a notebook on top of the book. What was I doing in here last? In fairness, I can quickly, before I duck out, I can quickly explain my thinking around electronics because I've had a very brief look. And from what I can tell, you've got, well, okay. Let me really roughly explain kind of what I'm sort of planning to do here. So I reckon if I've got a picture I can trace because I can't freehand the double helix, save my life. So let me quickly lightbox this just so that I can make a point. You know what? Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm deep in it. Let me just. You know what I can do? I can do straight line like this, whole thing, and then say the hilt comes up to about there. The blade goes around like that, and then it goes like that, that ish, super ish, that. Probably in slightly from that actually, more like in from there. That, do that. then this bit is really not super relevant, but also I should probably do the thing. Right. And then what I've got is, let's say, I got that. And then that. Okay, so my plan is basically to have to get over myself because this doesn't matter. Gosh dang it. Okay, so the plan is basically to have an internal frame. Let me see if I can hold it like this. There we go. All right. So my plan is basically to have an internal support that runs just sort of da 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 da. So a much thinner internal structure. At the minute, I'm thinking fiberglass. That's my current thought. So this running inside, super thin, super flat, and then have LED strips stuck down on top of that that run the whole way along both sides, right? So that's like a top and bottom. And then the strips come out here and will be wired. And what do I do that? What color should I do that? So then let's say we got wires here, we got wires here. I want to be able to connect them to something to then have them plug into a cell of some descript, right? So the plan is to then have the wires in the cell contained within here. So depending, potentially my thinking is if I have the tube from this little top bit, right? So a little bit of extra tube in there. The grip is here. Keep getting further away from the camera. So that's that. That's that. It's the inside of that. Right. So there's a little bit of tube from the grip that sticks out through here. So basically, that is this and sticks out into here like that. And then the intent is to have this strapped on to here, right? So there's my cell. So cell and wires strapped onto there. Then it leads out of there. Like that. So that's what I'm thinking. And then, because I need to think about how to make all of this disassemblable, right? That's kind of sort of the plan-ish, is to have internal, so internal fiberglass frame, because it's light and it's strong, and then LED strips on the top and the bottom of the fiberglass frame, and then the wires connect to a cell, that, and then all of that, basically, I'm planning to have pretty much do that, do that. I'm planning to basically strap this to the tube with Velcro, which is so sketch, but also, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid, so that's probably fine. So Velcro, and then it's also going to be on so there'll be a strip actually on the tube itself and a strip on the cell, just to be, you know, extra sure it's not going anywhere, because it shouldn't, but even so, I want to make sure it doesn't. So a strap and a strip. So that should stop that from going anywhere. But that's the plan. I hope that kind of illustrates what I'm thinking. As someone who's never done anything with electronics before, ever, I'm hoping that kind of makes my point. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the minute. I need to do a little more research into rigging these things up, because to get to this conclusion, I literally watched one video of one person's method, and thought, hey, you know what? This seems simple enough. I can probably do this. I could be full of shit. I don't know. That's the intent. So I will be looking into this side of things more. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know yet. Because I got a lot of stuff I need to do tomorrow with my day off. So I might be doing some research first thing in the morning and then other stuff later, but there's a chance I'm just doing the other stuff tomorrow. So yeah, maybe not. But that's the intent. So for now, I am going to duck out because there's not an awful lot more I can do, but managed to get the whole of the hilt designed and kind of made up in a fashion that I can actually visualize. which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's decent progress, because that eliminates a whole chunk of that design aspect that I don't have to think about anymore. Nice. So I'm gonna call it there for now. Go sort myself out for work, go deal with that, and then see where that leaves me. But that'll be it for now. And yeah, next time I dabble with this will probably be to look into electronics and the purchasing of. So cool. I will catch you guys in a bit. Have a good one.